I've made $4,000 in the past 4 days, and this is exactly how. So basically, I thought of an idea that might help people, and then I reached out to every single person who I thought it might help. The thing I'm good at is YouTube. I've blown up 4 YouTube channels. I'm pretty good at YouTube. I've been doing coaching for a while. And so I came up with a new offer, which was essentially like a 6-week YouTube growth challenge. And I'm not going to pitch it to you in this video. But what I did was I made posts on social media about it saying, hey, I'm thinking of doing this. Would anybody be interested? And then people comment if they're interested. And I also reach out to everybody who I thought might be interested. Basically say, hey, is growing your YouTube channel still a priority right now? And then they were like, yes, or they were like, no. And then I was like, oh, cool. I'm doing this thing. You mind if, would you be down to, yeah, whatever. Let's see, what the fuck did I do? Yeah, I'm doing this thing. Would you be down to hop on a quick chat or a quick call sometime this week, so I can tell you about it, or so you can see if you want to join, something like that. And then they're like, yeah, or they're like, no. And then the ones that are like, yeah, you basically book a call with them, and then they show up to the call, and then you're like, what's up, how's it going? And then they're like, hey, and then you're like, okay, so the purpose of this call is to, fucking plane, dude. I'm gonna fucking shoot it down. The purpose of this call is to see if I can help you, and so you can see if you want my help. And then at the end, I'll tell you about the thing I'm doing and give you the option to join. Sound good? And then they're like, yeah. And then you figure out where they are, and don't even make it fucking complicated. I don't use a script for sales calls ever. And you essentially just figure out if you can help them, and then ask them, all right, yeah, I honestly, I do think I can help you. So would you be down if I tell you how I can help you? And then they'll be like, yeah. And then you say how you could help them. And then be like, how does that sound to you? And then they'll be like, I have these questions. And then you explain away their concerns, and then they're like, all right, I have no more questions. And then you're like, sweet, you want to move forward? And then they're like, yeah, well, what's the price? And then you tell them the price. In my case, the thing I've been selling is $999, which is not a high price for the market I'm in. And then they're like, yeah, I'm down. Or they're like, yeah, let me see if I have enough. I don't know if I can do it today. I'm the worst objection handler in the world, so I'm just like, forget about it. Let's talk another time, whatever. But you don't have to be the best salesperson in the world to start. You don't have to be a great copywriter to start. You don't have to be a master of anything. You just need to know how to do something that other people don't know how to do, and be willing to help them. Have achieved a valuable outcome, have proof. Someone who just joined my 999 program told me, like, this was like, I feel better about joining this program than almost any other program I've joined. And I was like, what made it such a no-brainer for you? And he was like, well, you've given me value before. So he's joined group coaching calls that I've hosted. He was like, you have the proof. I've said many times, YouTube channels, I've blown up, I've shown it, I've proven it, I can do it. And he was like, yeah, you basically understood my problem and explained how you could help, and it just seems pretty reasonable. And so it doesn't matter what fucking niche you're in. If you help people grow YouTube channels, if you help people stretch their legs, that's kind of weird. If you help people cook fucking cookies, who knows, dude? If you, yeah, whatever. The best thing you can sell is solving someone's big problem. So what are the biggest problems in life? Well, things you might die for. For example, relationships. And so if you don't have a girlfriend, if you get divorced with your wife or whatever, shit can suck, you can feel alone, you might die. Or at least it feels like you're dying. Wealth. If you don't have money, you can be homeless and die. Or at least it feels like you're dying. Health. If you don't have health, you can literally die. And so if you help people with fitness, if you help people lose weight, if you help people get into a relationship, if you help people stay in a relationship, if you help people save money, you help people make money, whatever the fuck it is. You could also help people with a passion. One of my clients is a guitar player who helps guitar players. That's not health, wealth, or relationships. That's just a passion. People love their life. People love getting good at things that they enjoy doing. People love enjoying. So if you help people do more of what they want and less of what they don't, you can make money. And that's essentially it. So you're not going to immediately start by making $4,000 in 4 days, but it's possible. Okay, bye.